Hi everyone, welcome back to Forwards Electric. We're back at the shop after our Orox adventure, and I did sort of say during the video while we're up the lovely Farley Mount, I wanted to cover off a bit more detail about the child seat options, the passenger options, and I'll do that back at the shop because I think it's probably a bit easier because I've now undone the Clubhouse free, and then we can show you the different bits and pieces. So just to give you a quick run over, so this is the Orox S12 model, so it's going to be exactly the same, everything on this video as it would be on the R14 model. But just to give you an overview again of the different options, you've got the Clubhouse free fitted to the bike at the moment, and then this is the new version of the Clubhouse, the latest one, with the integrated aluminium base plates here, and then these screw down with the screws we've got down there. And they would screw down through there, and then this just lifts off, if I just show you, and then you've got your normal rack underneath. So that's how you'd buy your bike, and then it would also not have these XL side covers as well, which are what protect the passenger's feet from going into the wheel. So if I just pop that back on the top there, it's just going to be sat there loose for the sake of the video, and I'll just show you those side covers as well. So these are the XL wheel guards, and then they just go over to stop anything going through to the wheel, or feet going in there, hands maybe dangling down, getting caught in the wheel. And it's also got this little extension piece that comes in the kit that goes along the top. The rack that comes on the bike doesn't have the mounts to mount a Clubhouse 2, so you do need to use the Clubhouse 3 on the Orox, as far as I can see. And then also on this we've got the decks. So these are the lower decks that fold up. So the key difference on this one, if I can just do this live and put the phone down so we can see on my little stand, hopefully that looks okay. So what we do with this is pull the pin out of the back, and then the decks will fold up out of the way, which is really smart. I'll just give you a little bit more. Here we go, that's a bit better. So pull that out, and then this drops down and locks in place. And these can be set at different places. So if you had your bags on the side there to hang, I've taken the bags off that we did have on it earlier when we were over at Farley, just so you can see better. So that's your foot plates for your passengers to put their feet onto. And then up the top here, you'd have to choose your options for seating. So with a baby or a smaller child, you could use the two-lay Yep seat, and that is why you've got the new style Clubhouse 3. So with a Clubhouse 2 on a GSD, of course it doesn't fit on this bike, you can only fit one of the new style Yeps on because of the way that it clamps onto the bracket. With the Orox, we can only put the Clubhouse 3 on, and then you would have your two Yeps in here, so you can then put one here and it clamps. I haven't got a Yep, I am sorry about that. I would show you if I had one in stock, but we're waiting for that to come. Waiting for them to come back in, but it would clamp onto here. So there's a dial. So as soon as I do get those back in, I'll do a quick video to show you that. So you'd have one seat at the back and one seat at the front if you've got two children, or just one by itself. And then this bent bar at the back here, this is for taking two seats, so you have more space. You would have a straight bar on there if you had just a single seat, or you were carrying different types of passengers. So that's how that's set up. And then on the floor over here, I've got the different seat options. So first of all, just to show you the Clubhouse options. So with the Clubhouse 3, what happens is it's a modular system, which I did explain previously, but just to go over again briefly. So you have the Clubhouse as it stands, that's what you buy first of all, and then you could use a Yep in there. And then you've got a choice then of how many passengers you want to carry and how many of these bases to get. So you have two bases, and these bases just go in here. So if I move the backrest out the way, so you can put your base there and there, and then that's for your passengers to sit on. And then you've got your backrest. It's a bit wet there, and then your backrest would go there. If you're going to have it in this arrangement, you wouldn't have this wide bar at the back. You wouldn't want to have it like that, because this isn't going to reach very well, and obviously you're not going to lay on it like that, because or lean back, it's not going to be very good. So the Clubhouse comes with two bars. One of the bars is just straight, and it'll go straight across there, and then this would then sit nicely upright like so. So that's how you would how you'd go with the Clubhouse with those two seats on. You could also have this with just one of the seat bases, so say there, and then you could have a yep at the back, or you could have a backrest with the base, and then you could have a yep at the front. So you could do it that way, depending obviously how much space you have. And again, this would be a straight bar at the back. You wouldn't have that kink one. So you only use this bent bar when you're using it with two child seats, or if you had it on a GSD, the Clubhouse, you would also use the bent bar on the back with the Storm box, because it's designed, the Storm box is designed to go around that. It's got the elasticated rear on it. So that's your sort of first option. So that would take you from the small child in a yep to having multiple passengers inside the Clubhouse. Really like the Clubhouse with this sort of setup with the smaller children, and also with the two-layer yep, because it's like a crash protection. So if the bike fell over, like I did earlier on in my video, then you're gonna sort of have like crash protection around the children, which is really cool. So it works quite nicely. It's like a little roll cagey type thing. So that's quite smart. So that shows you that option. So if I put those down for now, and then we'll take this off, and obviously with the magic of me just unbolting it, I can take it off. And then we're then left with just the, I'll just put that down there. So we're left with the main rack that the bike comes with. So this big heavy duty rack, and then the other options there as well. Just wanted to give you a quick price overview of the Clubhouse system for the back of your Orox or your GSD. So you've got your Clubhouse Generation 3 at £210, so it's British pounds here in the UK, and that is your base Clubhouse. So the Clubhouse 3 comes with the two options for the rear rack, as I've said before, so the straight one and then the bent one. And then you would then have your options of how to do the seating. So I'm going to put those there for 1 second. So you have your yep that goes in there. That's one option. The yep 2, I believe, is £120 per seat. And then you've got your additional options for seating, which are the seat pads. So seat pads here is all sold as a modular system. Once you get your head around it, it totally makes sense. So to start with, you're not going to need these base plates, so they just sell the rack separately, and then you put your yeps in, and then as you grow your system, as you move along, you then put your seat pads in. Seat pads are £25 each here in the UK, so you'd have one and then maybe two, so you then put your two seat pads in, and then your backrest is the Velcro backrest, which would go on the back with the straight bar, and then that's an additional £30. So that gives you an idea of the breakdown. So £210 to start with for the metal rack. That comes with the bar tape, which is for comfort on the sides. And then you've got £25 per seat pad, and then £30 for your backrest. So hopefully that makes sense, and I'm not repeating myself too much. And then the other option is the captain's chair with the Sidekick joyride bar. So this one would bolt on the back, and as you can see, it's got the mounting fitting, so we would bolt there and there, and then at the back, and then I'd have it like nicely at the back like that, so it's all squared up with the back. And then you've got this little sort of handle section, so you can go onto that, and then we'd have the bars. These are joyride bars, which would go onto the back of the saddle there if you wanted to. One of the benefits of having the bar system is it then gives you an area here to put a box in, if you wanted to put a box there, because that sort of fits in there nicely. Or you could, because you need to have some handle system, is you could have this handle. So you could just mount that there, and then you'd have that handle, and then this captain's chair at the back. And obviously that looks quite uncomfortable to sit on. So if we go over and have a look at the pad range on our sort of shelf here, this is the base that would go onto the back here. I don't want to unpack it, but that goes on the back there, and this has a backrest in there which would come up the back. So that gives you, as you can see, like a huge nice sort of padded area, as it's called the captain's chair. You could imagine it's the more superior sort of comfort one. So that's that. I really like using the Clubhouse. I think the cool benefit of the Clubhouse is it gives you the versatility of having all the seated area. If I take this off again, I'll show you again. The seating area, but does give you that benefit of being able to just whip a box on the back if you need to put it to the shops. So you can have that back on there. So I like the idea of that. And an adult can sit in here, you just have to climb in. So you could put an adult in with those bases, but you just have to climb up and get in. But then it does give you the benefit that you can throw one of these boxes in. So if you're doing shopping or something like that, you can just chuck that in there. So I think I've covered off seating options. Feels like I might have waffled a bit. I am sorry if I have. The other thing, of course, to consider is you could use the these are the 72 cargo holds. These all just go on the side there. I've taken them off for this video just to show you the underneath there with this, but they'll go on there, and then you can put them in what's called bucket mode, and then you'd be able to drop your feet down in there, or the kids can drop their feet in there. And then if you're just carrying one passenger on the back, what you could do is you could have these two. So these options here, this is the Sidekick seat pad. So this uses a click fix connector, and then all of these little holes here, or these little squares, this is a click fix setup. So what this does is it just will just clip onto these, and what's quite nice is you've got this little pull tab at the back, so when you pull that, it opens this clip here, so you can take it on and off. Yeah, we could go round, there you go, that works nice. Learning live on the job here. So that's how you'd want to do it. So if you have it back way round there, so turn it round backwards, because you need to have this clearance here, see this gap here, because it's not going to go there because that's touch and that's touching. So turn that round so it's facing backwards, and then you want it like that really because it's in the middle of the rack, so you're better spaced out. So that there with your little grab handle. You've got your footrest down the bottom as well, and then you've got your guards to stop feet going inside. It's to stop feet going in, and also think of the debris that could be flying off the bike. If you're going through gravel and stones, like they might be flicking out and hitting legs and stuff if they've got shorts on, so that's quite good to protect their legs. So that's that setup. So that's quite good. This is probably for more of an adult setup, so I probably haven't put it in the right order. What I might do is edit the video slightly different, so I put it in the right order. So that's it. I think I've covered off that. So that's the children carrying and also adult carrying on your Tern Orox. If you've got any questions about that I've not covered, please do just ask us, and then I will let you know. And apologies once again that I haven't got the Yeps. It's been bank holiday weekend here. We've only got the Orox for a couple of days from our friends at Tern. To be able to do these videos, and annoyingly my Yep seats aren't due to come in until a couple of days time, so I can't show you that on this occasion, but there we go. Actually, if you want to look at those Yeps in a clubhouse, of course you can watch one of my other videos because I've already covered those, so that might be helpful for you. Anyway, I'm waffling now and just making too much of a mess of this video, so thanks very much for watching. Ask me anything down in the comments and I'll answer them, or I'll do a new video. Subscribe if you want to know more about the Orox or our e-bike adventures. Thanks very much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.